siempre otro despedir, a veces más lento, demasiado rápido para mí, siempre tan fuerte mi necesidad por ti. La primera mirada que yo vi fue la misma que me diste en aquel despedir, aquel abrazo vino a ser el último que te di, tu mano en mi mano, todo me lo sabía decir. Me ahoga, me agarré tan fuerte de ti, no quería soltarte, no podía dejarte ir, el miedo a perderte no me dejaba respirar, no podía aguantar que ya no estarías más. La primera mirada que yo vi fue la misma que me diste en aquel despedir, aquel abrazo vino a ser el último que te di, tu mano en mi mano, todo me lo sabía decir. Cerca, siempre cerca, cerca, siempre cerca de mí. Aquel abrazo vino a ser el último que te di, tu mano en mi mano, todo me lo sabía decir. Perdiendo entre las sombras, desvaneciendo, siempre otro despedir, a veces más lento, demasiado rápido para mí, siempre tan fuerte mi necesidad por ti. La primera mirada mano en mi mano, todo me lo sabía decir. El dolor me ahoga, me agarré tan fuerte de ti, no quería soltarte, no podía dejarte ir, el miedo a perderte no me dejaba respirar, no podía aguantar que ya no estarías más. La primera mirada que yo vi fue la misma que me diste en aquel despedir, aquel abrazo vino a ser el último que te di, tu mano en mi mano, todo me lo sabía decir. Cerca, siempre cerca, cerca, siempre cerca de mí. Ser el último que te di, tu mano en mi mano, todo me lo sabía decir. Fuiste perdiendo entre las sombras, desvaneciendo, siempre otro despedir, a veces más lento, demasiado rápido para mí, siempre tan fuerte mi necesidad por ti. La primera mirada que yo vi fue la misma que me diste en aquel despedir, aquel abrazo vino a ser el último que te di, tu mano en mi mano, todo me lo sabía decir. El dolor me ahoga, quería soltarte, no podía dejarte ir, el miedo a perderte no me dejaba respirar, no podía aguantar que ya no estarías más. La primera mirada que yo vi fue la misma que me diste en aquel despedir, aquel abrazo vino a ser el último que te di, tu mano en mi mano, todo me lo sabía decir. Cerca, siempre cerca, cerca, siempre cerca de mí. Cerca, siempre siempre cerca de mí. La primera mirada que yo vi fue la misma que me diste en aquel despedir, aquel abrazo vino a ser el último que te di, tu mano en mi mano, todo me lo sabía decir. Fuiste perdiendo entre las sombras, desvaneciendo, siempre otro despedir, a veces más lento, demasiado rápido para mí, siempre tan fuerte mi necesidad por ti. La primera mirada que yo vi fue la misma que me diste en aquel despedir, aquel abrazo vino a ser el último que te di, tu mano en mi mano, todo me lo sabía decir. El dolor me ahoga, me agarré tan fuerte de ti, no quería soltarte, no podía dejarte ir, el miedo a perderte no me dejaba respirar, no podía aguantar que ya no estarías más. La primera sabía decir. Cerca, siempre cerca, siempre cerca de mí. Siempre siempre cerca de mí. La primera mirada que yo vi fue la misma que me diste en aquel despedir, aquel abrazo vino a ser el último que te di, tu mano en mi mano, todo me lo sabía decir.
Hello and welcome to Tales of Misadventure. I don't know what button I just hit, but it was the wrong button. That's for fucking sure. I can't see anything anymore. There we go. Okay. We play one-shot and short-form style tabletop games of all types. Alexi, your mic is buzzing a little bit again.
Oh no!
Fuck. We may have to redo it. We're just gonna have to cut.
Was it that bad?
Yes, it's that bad.
Oh my
it's
god!
loud.
What
Is
is
it
happening?
still loud? What happened?
I
It
don't
was
know.
just buzzing. It's weird.
You're good
What
now.
the shit?
I don't know.
Isn't my thing's not even moving?
Are your cords like all plugged in right?
Yeah, I haven't even touched them. Oh goodness me! What the shit? Talkie ass fucking mushroom.
What the shiitake ass fucking mushrooms. We love ass fucking mushrooms. Those are my favorite.
Yes, we do.
Take two.
Okay. Take two. I will be sure to make that sound again.
No. Take two.
I mean, I don't know what
Okay.
one was, the sound that came out of your mouth on one, but that is forever to me forever. Like when I roll in that one, that is the sound I'm gonna make forever and always. That was incredible. Makes it go down easier.
All right. Okay. Take two. Here we go.
Take two. Breathe.
You good, Res?
Hello and welcome to Tales of Misadventure. We play one-shot and short-form style tabletop games of all types. If you'd like to check out some of those adventures, go check out Tales of Initiative's YouTube page and click on the Tales of Misadventure playlist. That's weirdly where you would find all of our stuff. We've got several things at this point. It's awesome. Yeah, go look. It's great. A lot of it's very thirsty. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Alexi, I believe you have some words about our beautiful sponsors.
I do. Oh my goodness, I do. So, before we get started, there are some awesome, really awesome creators who are supporting us, and we love to support them. Included are Day 20, Level 1 Gaming, Emberwind, and TA Maps, and Fernwind Dice. Just kidding. I love them. All of which you can find the secret code for % off your order in our overlay scroll. So go look those up. Day 20 just updated their Ko-Fi store, so you can include 15% off your coupon for your order if you use the code TOI, not IOT, TLI. That one. You can get the D&D, I know how to say words, D&D 5e modules, editions like Court of Seasons, Tarot Soul, and the Astro Tinker class. We've done Court of Seasons here on Misadventures, which is fun. You should totally go watch that. All easily readable, easily and scalable for your party's level.
I love it. Yes. It's reasonable too. Like honestly, I don't know
It's
what that
reasonable.
word means, but it's a word now. It's a dictionary
I-
term.
Put it easily together.
Yeah, there you go. It's reasonable.
It's reasonable.
Yes. Our merch store is live also. So if you would like to support whatever the fuck this is, head over to talesofinitiative.com and support us by, getting a coffee mug or something, or a hat or some stickers. Like, there's some dope shit in there. Storyfinders Guild in the Discord is doing really well. It is myself and Rule as DMs at the moment, and we are accepting players all the time. The goal is to have a drop-in, drop-out campaign that people who can't devote a whole lot of time to playing a full campaign or like an actual D&D group, all that stuff, we cut all that kind of like stuff out, and you can just play when you can play, and it works. So hop into our Discord to go ahead and start playing today. I think that is all. So for today's adventure, we are playing a one-page TTRPG called The Beast. It is wonderful. It's kind of set in the 18th century, very Van Helsing-ish, monster hunting. Just amazing. It's a system that uses D10s for the most part, and what the players will be doing is, if the challenge is rated challenging, they'll roll 2d10s, I will roll 2d10s, and their goal is to roll higher than I did. If they don't, it fails. If they do, it succeeds. All good things. If they're rolling against the monster uses d20s. Unless the players are exploiting one of the monster's weaknesses, then the monster's die roll gets bumped down to like a d12, and so forth. Very simple, super easy character creation and all that, all on the same page. We've got 4 amazing monster hunters that are very unique here, and this is gonna be amazing, and I love you all so much. Since we are all wild nerds here, there will be a lot of pop culture references, and I will not apologize for it. That's just how I get to play through my favorite movies and books and TV shows. Deal with it. If we're ready to begin, would my very odd monster hunters like to introduce themselves and who they are playing, starting with Danny?
Hey, I am Danny. I am going to be playing Clementine Fletcher, the desperate hunter. Yeah, she is crafty. She's probably a little sarcastic, maybe some sort of stoic, but good at what she does.
I love it. Hanlon.
Hello, I'm Conlon. I'm Mythic Mimic everywhere on the internet, pretty much. And I'm going to be playing Oslo Ward, a dead-eyed marksman. Literally dead-eyed, missing an eye. And I don't have much backstory. So we're gonna figure it out as we go along.
That's the best way to do it, bro. Best way. Lexi.
That's me. There's two. No.
There's
Anyways.
two.
Oh
Alexi
my-
Prime. Alexi Prime.
I'm Alexi, and I will be playing Tatiana Pope. She is the mistrusted town witch. So, yeah, she's very sweet, kind, maybe a little deceivious, but time will tell. She's just quirky, I guess you could say. But yeah.
quirky. And somebody that you might not recognize, we have Connor. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. I'm stoked to be here. My name's Connor. Connor Padilla on TikTok, Instagram, and that's the only place I am. Pretty basic, kind of like pumpkin spice. I am playing Alexei Gorgov, Etsy Alexei, for to distinguish from Etsy Prime.
Etsy Prime.
Etsy Prime.
Etsy Prime. Oh, Alexei Prime. Wow. I see. They don't let me out much. I just quit while I'm behind. I am going to be playing the creepy alienist, who was brought back to life by Tatiana, and came back with all the pieces. I think a little bit not in the same order. Things were a little bit jumbled. So that should be fun, and other than that, we will just figure it out as we go.
I love it. And that is all. So I will roll the intro. Do-do-do-do. So, we zoom in over a lovely 18th century town where something has been amiss for a while. There have been some monster attacks, a huge problem in the 18th century, as everybody knows. Monsters just left and right have to be taken out by very experienced bands of monster hunters. The different patrons will call into the city to take care of the problem. In this specific beautiful city that is located, I say beautiful, it's beautiful in its own charming way. It is in the ass end of Eastern Europe, and a baron has called what they think is an experienced group of monster hunters in to deal with a monster problem. This group of low-rent vagabonds is going to be trying to piece together what the monster is and how they can take it out. So, our opening scene is the parlor area of a lovely kind of Eastern Bloc Victorian style house. It's got some big paintings on the walls, some beautiful red, what's the thing over the fabric? Beautiful red fabric furniture. There you go. I'm gonna use that word. That's fine. There was a better word I was gonna use, but I'll use that one. I lose my words all the time. It's the ADHD. I'm sorry.
Same.
And you four have kind of answered this call to help find and get rid of this monster. We're all standing in this parlor area, kind of looking at each other. I will address the attached characters first. Tatiana and Alexei, what are you doing and saying as you are waiting for this baron to address the party?
Tati, I've never been in a place like this before. It tastes like blood, but after it has dried and you sprinkle it with seasonal, you know what I'm saying?
Darling, what did you eat?
I did not eat anything. I missed breakfast. The soldiers they came to the hut in the woods and they knocked and they said you have to go. And I was like, "Ugh."
Mhm.
And they dragged me here. But I knew you were going to be here. I tasted you from a mile away.
Darling, you should not say that in
No,
public.
no, you haven't. Taste. It's always like it is like mist on deadly nightshade at 3 a.m.
That is so sweet, darling.
Very comforting.
Oh,
But
We
what do you
need
think we're
to-
doing here, Tatya?
honestly, I don't even know. Honestly, I just. I'm just gonna pick up my black cat and just pet her. Okay. Honestly, I do not remember. I maybe have just walked here and then I just saw everybody. And you know, when people see me,
No,
they
of course.
run away or they stare, or you know, when they stare, I just do the weird fingers and then they just run off again.
I love it when you do that, Tatya. Maybe they have come. Do you think they have come, Tatya? I stare and I wait so long.
I know you do, darling. I know. How about we check after this?
Okay, maybe. One can hope, you know.
One can certainly hope. And I'm just gonna turn a little bit. It's like, God, I have messed him up.
Oslo, you are here, privy to this conversation as well.
Who has come? What? Oh. Do any of you know when this Baron is supposed to be here?
Baron.
I'm sure I will taste him when he comes.
What is this? What? He tastes people?
I don't know. I everything is a little foggy. I used to be able to hear people, but now I mostly like when I listen, I taste things. And when I taste things, I hear things. And when I smell things, I see things.
May have messed up his senses just a tiny bit. I will say that. But you know, it's a work in progress. I promise.
Good. Just a tiny bit, huh? All right. Well,
Would you like me to fix your eye?
I think I'm all right.
Honestly, it's very becoming if I do say so myself. You know, it gives you a little bit of a vibe. You know, it's very eclectic. It kind of brings everything together.
Well, thank.
you
So
say
you
something?
said a baron is coming?
I don't know. It smells vaguely like when someone pisses on shit. So it he might be coming.
Well, none of you called by the Baron. You just showed up.
Clementine.
No, I was dragged here.
Clementine, you were called by the Baron. Please. Also,
I got a note. I mean, I got a letter from the Baron. I do not know.
Oh. Well, that's very impressive. He writes to you. He just sends soldiers, and they just kind of drag me away.
I'm starting to see why.
Excuse you, sir.
It's
He
okay.
is a
I know I'm a little strange, apparently. Tatya does not let me out much. She set me up in the hut in the woods so I can look at the sky. I hate being interrupted from that.
What?
Yes.
What's in the sky?
Oh dear.
The others, they're coming. I hear them. If you listen, if you be very quiet,
hears
you can
them.
hear them whispering. And it's
He
like
hears
those-
them whispering.
Does
it's like
that mean
violence.
that you taste them too? If you
A
hear them.
little bit, but it's like when you taste something and you can't describe it. It's like on the tip of your tongue, but it tastes good, but also kind of like it bites a little bit, like a really sharp Merlot. You know, when you drink the Merlot and it's like, ooh, that's smooth, and it's ooh, you know, you drink it a little bit, and it's like ooh.
Are you sure you're not haunted?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Everything is a-okay here. I'm just waiting for them, you know? It's going to be really
Perfect.
big. Big blowout
Just
when they
amazing.
finally show up.
Be the best block party ever.
It's a block party. Yes, I think this is going to be a big thing. I just keep hearing block party on the wind, and the whispers. I don't know what it is, but it's gonna be big.
This moment where the Baron, who is a very tall, kind of gangly looking woman. She's definitely into her 50s, but she's looking a little more towards the 60s. You know, like you could tell this woman is not as old as she looks, but she's still getting on up there. Her hair is in this tight bun with some feathers sticking out of it, and she's in a very regal looking dress. And she walks down the grand staircase. Hello. I've brought you all here to hunt this monster.
Them two.
Take all the help I can get at this point. Very spooky. Do well.
Thank you, darling.
There is quite a reward if you manage to. This is some bumping ass music. There is.
You can all hear that too. Sometimes I'm never sure.
There is quite a reward if you do manage to kill this monster. I would start with the lower end side of town. The merchants are said something very, very large, scary. Breaking into their shops, skulking about in alleyways, smelling like death.
This reward though, how much?
Substantial. It's in that locked case over there.
Can we look in it?
Sure. She goes over to the case. It's like a lead box sort of scenario. Takes a key from her skirts. It's a very complicated looking key, but very 18th century. So it's like iron. Got some stones like in I almost said embezzled in it. That's the wrong word. Some stones embedded in it. It's bedazzled. But the like key prong parts of it are just all kinds of fucking wonky and all kinds of weird different directions. Sticks is in, turns it, opens the safe, and there's just a stack of gold bars and a couple of gem necklaces. You can have the gold and the choice of the jewelry if you do manage to get rid of this monster.
Perfect.
How you
Well,
divvy it up, I don't care.
It sounds like a pretty good deal, huh?
Can I check to see if everything's real?
Are you going to walk up and try to like bite one of these gold bars? Is that what's happening?
I was honestly.
Tatia, do you want me to do the thing? Do you want me to bite it?
Yes, go check for me, darling.
I'm going to walk up. I'm going to pick up the one of the gold bars, and I'm going to clamp down on it.
This woman who is very stately, very like well put together, just kind of pinned up, poised, with a little bird like, watches in a little bit of confusion. And what I'm gonna need from you to tell if this is real, I think this is going to be a challenging thing. So we're gonna roll 2d10. And if you can somehow convince me that some part of your background makes you an expert at this, then you gain a d10.
All right.
Real quick.
So,
Clarification on rolls, just because I just want to make sure, since this is our first one, I want to make sure that I understand it right. So characters roll a d10. You add a d10 if it fits your background, or if you have the relevant skill.
Yeah.
Or if you have that. Okay. Yeah. And then the GM decides, like, so you're saying this is a 2d10 challenge. So you'll roll 2, and if Alexi can, well, Connor, if Connor can convince you that it fits a background thing, that's how that works.
Yeah.
It adds a d10. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that there's a very much larger chance that he will roll higher. So.
okay. So, Alexi reaches in as he's chewing on this possibly fake gold bar. He reaches into his jacket and pulls out these giant bifocal goggles, and he hooks them on his head, and he like plaques it, and it's really quite something. This image of like these giant goggles as he's kind of like chewing and like licking the bar a little bit, and he's going to kind of sniff and hum, and he's using all of his senses to see if this tastes like what gold tastes like, which is a little bit like being branded. A little bit. That's kind of what it feels like. It feels like heat, and it feels like want and desire. But if it's fake, he wouldn't get all that tingling in his body.
I'll give you a d10 for that. I think that's perfect.
Yeah!
I love it. I will roll first so that you know what you're beating. All right. That's pretty low. You will need to beat an 11.
Okie dokie, and I'm rolling 2d10.
You're rolling 3d10.
Oh, of course I am.
Mm-hmm.
7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my goodness. 16.
Yes! You get all of the sensations. You can just taste it. You can taste that this gold is real. It's quite astounding.
Yeah, that's definitely real gold.
Yes, darling.
Wow, we definitely need to go on this quest. He gently puts the gold bar down. You are an honest madam, Baron. Baron or Baroness? I do not know what your preferred title is.
I prefer Baron.
I love
It
that.
commands more respect.
Oh, for sure. I understand.
If you're
Baron,
quite done tasting my fortune.
yeah, of course. I just wanted to say that the feathers on your head, they're humming a little bit, and and I don't know if you can hear them, but they tell me, like, you are a powerful individual and you do not need to overcompensate. I know it is hard and scary being in this position, but you are powerful and beautiful, and you command much more respect than you could possibly even fathom in your doubts and insecurities. That is all.
Lovely. Are you? Before I change my mind, yeah, you all would go.
I do have one question, Baron. Do
Is it
you
the
know?
weird one?
No, I'm a hunter. Has there been any tracks or any signs left from the taking?
I do not know. The people who would know that are probably in the merchant district. I would speak to some of the merchants, and if they know, then they will tell you.
Okay. Thank you, Baron. I don't know them. And then I'm gonna leave.
Hey, you all. She sweeps out of the room, back up the staircase, and just kind of watches from the top of the staircase.
Well, that went well, I thought.
So well.
Very good, darling. Very good. I am so proud, darling. So proud.
Thank you. I live for your approval.
Literally what powers his heart right now, his undead heart. So we're leaving the mansion, presumably the Victorian era style house. I will clarify, was sent me a message and then I looked at the rules. Characters roll 1d10 no matter what for all of the things. And then you add a d10 for a background and a d10 for a skill, plus any items you have that work. So, I did that one wrong, but it's okay.
That's okay.
We'll be correct from here on out. It's fine.
I think it fit anyway, because he had the tool, the background, and the d10.
Yeah,
So,
it'll kind of just it worked. You know, it all worked there.
New system.
So, are we headed towards the merchant district?
Yes.
Are we headed there together or walking a little further away from certain people?
I'm in front a little ways because I got a head start.
Okay. I love it. I didn't ask anybody to describe what their character looked like. So, Danny, will you describe what Clementine looks like as she is walking ahead of the pack?
Yes. She's she has dark hair, long but pulled up in like a bun at the back of her head. She's wearing, pretty plain, shirt, dark shirt, and skirts. She's got a silver chatelaine pinned to her skirts that clink a little bit when she walks, and a bow and arrows on her back with a big black hat. And and gloves for what she does.
Shooting. Absolutely. What is the rest of everybody's order? Oslo, did you wait for the others to go? Did you also leave when Clementine left?
I think Oslo waited for the other two, but is also not 100% sure. Like, doesn't know how to get to the merchant quarter. First of all, Oslo's not from here, so is like trying to figure out if they should follow Clementine or the two weirdos, and is sort of just in the middle.
I love it. Will you describe what Oslo looks like for the group?
Sure. So Oslo is sort of your quintessential Victorian gentleman in like not a tuxedo, but whatever like a Victorian outfit is called. But they're just like blacks, right? So like black slacks, black jacket. But under that, he's got on the like sort of ruffled white shirt, and a bunch of like leather harnesses that lead to a pistol that is holstered at his side. He got a little on the other side, actually, like a little smoking case that's got some like tobacco and other things rolled in there. So always has to remember which way to reach. Other than that, though, he's got a big old gash down the side of his face from something unspoken as to what that actually was. But one white eye, one normal eye, and just very close cut, like buzz cut style hair and clean shaven.
Love it. Love it. I really thoroughly enjoy the image of a Deadeye marksman pulling like a smoking set instead of his gun. That's
Well, he's got it's like a flintlock, so like he's got sometimes he just lights it up with the flintlock, you know.
There you go.
A little spark going, yeah, it works.
It works. Whatever works. Tati and Alexi.
So I think Alexi is just kind of like bringing up the rear, but he's just kind of like he keeps eyeing these two new members, trying to like download as much information about them as he can in his very odd way, like just like very like almost like scientifically fascinated, just very open and curious. I think has a he looks a little bit like a younger Doc from Back to the Future mixed with like but it's got kind of like a Frankenstein thing going on. I think there's like maybe this like scar that's running down this side of his face, but it almost looks like makeup because something with the magic that was used to bring him back kind of made it like very like, I don't know, like silvery purple. His hair has like little, almost like, it looks like his hair is highlighted with gray, but that's just what happened when he kind of came back. A little bit like Luna Lovegood eyes, like you don't like, just always like a piece of him that's not quite there, like there's always a piece of him that's just somewhere else. And then I think, probably just a shirt, maybe a vest, lots of things with pockets in these kind of like pretty rough, worn and torn pants and shirt and vest, shoes with a kind of like ratty, very long black coat over everything. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about that.
Tati.
Patty is walking and kind of swaying her dress a little bit. It's really, really dark gray, but it has like deep brown mud stains and twigs and grass stains, and she's just trailing and swinging it back and forth. She has like really puffy shoulder pad jacket, and her hair is in a bun, but there are pieces of it falling out. She has like a raven feather in here. She has like a rat's tail in there too. You don't know if it's connected to anything, but it's in there. There's like a piece of twig in there, and then there's like an apple stem hanging off from one of her her hair. She is always smiling with these dark black lips, and sometimes when she smiles, it's a little bit more wider and longer than it should be, but it's there. Um, she has this black cat that kind of sits on her shoulder or walks beside her sometimes, and always like curls its tail around her leg or her neck. And she has this wooden staff that is about 2 feet taller than she is, but it curls around in a circle, and it has like a little gem, but it's like covered in mud and grass and maybe shit. But might be the source of her power, might not be, but hey. And that is Tatiana Poe.
I love it. So, Clementine, you seem to be one of the most experienced monster hunters here. Finding the merchant quarter is not going to be difficult, so it's going to be a 1d10 challenge. And I will say, I don't know. Convince me that you have the background bit there to give you any more.
I think that Clementine comes from a nearby town, like that's smaller, probably shittier, but that didn't have much, so she probably came to this town quite often to, like, when they needed to buy more food or sell things. This was the place to go, so she probably knows where she's going.
Hell yeah. Yeah, sure, you get a d10 for that one.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
You have to beat a 10.
Ooh.
Come on, Ducky Dice, don't fail me now.
Don't fail with that.
Sweet. 14.
Hey! Hell yeah. Clementine is walking at the head of the pack, just like she's already been here before. She's been to the merchant district several times. She knows all the vendors, so she's just walking on down Main, headed in the correct direction. Alexi. Honor Alexi. You said you were keeping an eye on kind of everybody, trying to get more information about them. I would like you to do a challenging roll, and we'll do it correctly this time. So you will roll 1d10 to my 2. But if you can convince me that your background or you have tools or whatever, then you get extras.
So Alexi doesn't come into the city very much, for a variety of reasons. Gets a little overstimulated. So I think he's really fascinated. He's absorbing all this information, and he doesn't really want Tatia to see, because he's really not supposed to do this. But he kind of like hangs back a little bit more and pulls back out his goggles and just kind of puts them on so he can like see deeper into everyone and everything around him to kind of absorb the information. What these goggles do, no one really knows, but he thinks they do something. So he puts them on and this is kind of just absorbing all that information, learning as much as he can.
Hell yeah. Remind me, watching is one of your skills, correct?
Yes, it is. I mean, I totally remembered that. I was just making sure you were awake, DM.
So that is definitely... I will say that is 2d10. It's 2d10 roll, plus 2 for your goggles.
Alrighty.
Okay, ready?
Okay, yeah, you go first.
That's gonna be an easy one. You have to beat a 6.
Oh my goodness. Ooh, 4. I got this 6 exactly.
Oh shit. Okay. It says, It says.
Just to make your life
Says.
hard.
Yes, it says.
The failure.
A
Equal or
failure.
less.
It is a
Equal or
failure.
less, it goes badly. You try
I
to
have
hang back
failed.
a little bit, and you pull your goggles out. But in the action of pulling your goggles out and trying to get them all situated, you don't see the mud pits that are like all over the street. You trip, and you don't get any of the information you were looking for because you're too busy trying to make sure that you don't fall. Tati, you look over at this noise as Alexi is.
What? No, nothing. What? I'm so sorry. There's something that came out of nowhere. It tripped me, and they tried to yank me back. It was crazy back here, Tatia. But it's okay. I was not doing anything I was not supposed to do. I just I pulled myself up. How are you?
Roll a d10, Alexi, and Tati, you also roll a d10. I want to know how well Alexi is lying.
That is a powerful, hot, indestructible 3.
Oh my god! A 1.
Oh my god! So everybody else in this party totally knows that that's a lie. But Tati, you like total belief. Total trust and belief.
Okie
She's
dokie,
got the
darling.
soft
Come on.
spot for me. I know. I'm sorry. You know, but, I'm just. I have eyes like falcon, and I have ears like little Malchik cat.
Yes, you do, darling. Come on. We must hurry. Or else we're going to lose the others. And, you know, sometimes we stop and then we stare at the sky, and that kind of goes on for another time or two.
You're right. I'm sorry. Focus, mind on task.
Thank you, darling.
Mind on task. So you walk into this merchant district. There's all the shops. They're all just opening for the day because you got to the town kind of earlier in the morning. Met in the Baron's place, probably somewhere around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. So all the shops are kind of opening for the day, probably around 8:30. There's like a blacksmith, there's a general shop, there's a seamstress, there's bars, and you can kind of tell based on the fact that a lot of them are cautiously opening their shops, and some of them have their windows boarded up instead of open. Just everybody seems a little on edge here.
Well, not very friendly, are they? Tati, I taste fear.
Do you, darling?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you should go tell that woman over there. You know,
Like,
the one that knows the Baroness that had the letter.
oh, okay. I will go up. It's a clementine, right? Like the
Yeah.
little clementines. I remember. Haven't had one in a lot of years. So I'm just gonna kind of like scurry up to the front of the. Hello.
Hi.
Sorry. Do you also taste the fear?
I don't know if I could say I can taste it, but it is very palpable.
Oh, yeah. I just, wanted to, not to insult your intelligence or your expertise or anything. It's just, I just wanted to let you know that, it's pretty pungent. It's kind of like welling up, like the tannins of fear. It's drying out my mouth a lot, and I just wanted to let you know. It's exciting, right? Because Tatia is amazing, but I haven't. I don't have a lot of friends, so it's it's really exciting to kind of meet new people and we kind of have like a little group. I don't know, like maybe we can. I was thinking like maybe we after monster hunting we all come out to the hut and like we can have drinks like have like a Thursday night party or something like it'll be a standing date. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. I just want to let you know about the fear. What monsters? Where should we start?
I don't know what to make of most of that. But yes, monsters. I know the blacksmith's apprentice, so I think we should go there first.
The blacksmith's apprentice. It makes sense. Does it make sense? Why does it make sense? I trust you. You're the expert.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
You are Alexi, correct?
Yeah. Oh, yes. I am Alexi. It's nice to meet you, Clementine.
Nice to meet you too, and your friend.
Yes, my friend. Yeah.
Yes.
So much more than a friend. Anyway, we don't know each other like that. Okay, you go ahead.
I am not judging Alexi.
No, there's no judgment. I am,
No. No, definitely not.
As Mama Babushka always said, never yuck anyone else's yum. It is a big wide world, and yeah, it's important.
She sounds like a smart lady. Just
it's incredible. Like I was dead. I'm telling you, like not like mostly dead. I'm telling like all dead, full dead. Like I got clubbed over the head, bled out, gone, and next thing I knew, I was staring up into the eyes of the Queen of Nightmares herself. She was the heavy darkness, and it was all over for me. Like it is like
that sounds a little bit like Baba Yaga.
You have heard of the others?
Oh yes, yes, I have. I didn't know she was in the sky. I thought she had, a house.
Baba Yaga is everywhere.
Oh, I see.
She is one of many, and she is many of one.
I see.
We just have to be careful. She's usually benevolent, but you don't want to like wear her name out.
I understand.
Good talk.
Yes, good talk.
So where is the apprentice? Which way? Fearless leader.
I don't know if I'd call myself that. But this way, and then I'll lead to the blacksmith, because I'm sure I know the way if I know the apprentice.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna ask Oslo, is there anything that you wanted to do on the way to the apprentice? No, just watch him.
I don't think so. Yep.
I like to imagine that you're just like kind of on the fringe of the group, just kind of like eyeing all of these people with your one eye.
Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely. Just taking mark, just
he's like a hard coconut, but I bet I can get inside there. You start hammering away, and everybody is like, "Oh, soft and squishy inside." I just have a feeling, I just have a feeling that he just needs like a friend. Maybe we had to talk about respecting people's physical boundaries, but I feel like if just a warm hug and that hard exterior is going to come melting down. And we will. I will have friends.
Oh my god!
It's really exciting. I shouldn't. I know we talked about like not get. I come off very extra, but I'm just very excited. It's an adventure.
The blacksmith's apprentice. I'm very good at segues. Not the kind that are hoverboards with handles.
Sticks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a new game. It's a new game in the 18th century. Yes, the blacksmith's apprentice. So you walk up to the blacksmith shop. They're probably the most open because there are like big kilns and like fires and all that kind of stuff going on out the back. So there's a big kind of garage style opening, smoke coming from the top of the building, and you can see a kind of gangly, but like one arm is definitely more strong than the other one. Dark-haired boy who is currently kind of like just polishing horseshoes, looking very bored on a stool.
That's wonderful.
He's just like, make me polish the horseshoes again. I probably shouldn't have slept with his wife, I guess, but polish the horseshoes.
I thought I tasted something funny.
This
I'm-
this is your friend Clementine. What is his name?
Yeah, I'm gonna like sneak up behind him and then like flick him in the head and go, Gregor,
Gregor.
what'd you do now?
Literally leaps up from his chair and he's like, I swear to God, I haven't touched her. I didn't. Oh, Clementine. God, can't scare me like that. There's
But
so
it's
much
so
going on
easy.
right now.
So easy.
So much going on right now, Clementine.
What'd
don't
you do
understand.
now?
I. The blacksmith's wife. She's very pretty.
I'm gonna put my shoe on his stool and kick it a little bit so that he like tips back. Go, I told you to keep it in your pants.
I swear.
Oh.
I will keep it in my pants now. For now. Make a D10 roll, just an easy roll. And you do have the backstory, so I will give you the extra D10.
Okay.
Beating a 9.
11.
He's for now. You know enough about this boy that like the likelihood of keeping that promise is very low, but
Yeah.
he
I
will
know
do
that,
his
so
best.
I'll flick him in the air. Better.
He's stop it. God, Clementine, why are you here? What do you need?
We've heard about this beast hanging around from the Baron.
Yes. It's so fucking spooky. Actually, he looks over at Alexi. He looks. Are you sure you can trust that one?
He's
'Cause
harmless. A little in the head, but it's okay.
I've seen some of the minions that skulk around at night look like him, but worse.
Minions.
Yes.
Hear about minions.
He's got who does most of the scaring and the kidnapping and the wrecking shit.
Wait.
Kind of come around and do scary shit. I haven't seen the main guy too much. Don't know if it is a guy, in fact, but
The
That's-
beasts as little lesser beasts running around working. Of course. This makes sense.
you hear from inside the shop, the clanging of a hammer stop for a second. Gregor, are you working? Yes, I'm polishing the horseshoes, polishing them. Yep, yes, sir. Good. And then the repeated banging starts again, and Gregor just picks up the rag that's now muddy a little bit and the horseshoe and is like, yeah,
You might
the beast
you
has
might
more
want to
beasts.
you might want to clean that. I think you're making it worse.
I'll go get another one. I'll be right back. And he runs into the house section to grab another rag, or at least wash off that one.
While he's gone, I'm gonna go to like a little corner and pick up like a bag of ammo for like a flintlock pistol, and I'm gonna throw it at Oslo.
I
Feel like we'll need it.
Oh, Donga. I suppose we are going on a hunt, so might come in useful. And tucks it into his little like shooting case right above the smoking case.
I love how many pockets all of you have. Like,
Yeah, it's important.
The implication is that there are so many pockets in this party.
Mm-hmm.
I love them. All of you, I think, at any time, if you would like to say that you have a random item in your pockets, because clearly you have so many, roll a d10. And if you roll above a 5, you beat a 5, you have the item in your pocket.
I have the rest of my rat from my rat's tail in my pocket.
Yeah.
A 4, damn it.
No,
When
just the rat
when
tail.
the boy gets back, perhaps we should ask him about anyone has seen the monster, and if so,
I would say we could ask the head blacksmith, but he's an ass.
Yeah, and
I
he's
get it.
pretty angry. I can taste the rage coming off of him. Like you could taste that. It's hotter than the fire. You know what I mean? It's like he has. You can also taste the underlying secret and insecurities because he knows your blacksmith friend is actually a lot gentler and men. He may not polish horseshoes very well, but he definitely knows how to polish other things really, really well. Like you can also like, can you all taste that?
No, and I never want to, and I did not need to know it, but thank you.
You know, I'm starting.
The
The more you describe these tastes, I'm
Tip of my
starting to
tongue,
get them
middle of my
myself.
tongue, back of my tongue. Tickles the back of my brain. But he said there were minions like me. They looked like me, Tatia. Do you know anything about that? Has this happened before? You've done this to others?
Well, no, I have not done it to others, but have I heard it from somewhere, DM?
Roll. You are Spooky Witch. This is
I
a
am Spooky
challenging. This is a challenging role, but your
Mm-hmm.
background definitely covers that, so you get an extra d10,
Mm-hmm.
and then your skills.
Craft, deceive, heal, and threaten.
I don't think any of those
Yeah.
really fit. So you get your 2d10, and you are trying to beat a 6. I'm going to put these dice away and go get different ones because clearly they want to only roll combinations of 6.
Well, I rolled a 10 and an 11.
11.
11.
11.
11.
11. 11.
11.
Yes, that's a success. You have heard, in fact, there's a book that you kind of like followed some of the instructions in when making Alexi and bringing them back. It's called Steins Franken, and it kind of detailed some of how to bring somebody who is deceased pieced together back to life, and it definitely like somebody's clearly done this before, and the information is out there. You also know roll this one's gonna be hard, so I'm gonna roll 3d10
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna roll 2.
Okay.
8. No, wait, my bad. One more. That's a 17.
Yeah. I rolled a 12.
Oh, yeah. You just kind of remember reading the book, following the instructions, bringing him to life. You know that it's possible, you know it's been done before, and the book is in circulation, so it's entirely possible for other people to have done it.
Mm-hmm. I just rub my hands together and I just say, well, darling, I did read a book about it. But of course, I threw in a little flair. Might have been a little bit too much flair, but still, you are still here. As if I remember the book, Stinger Stein Fletcher Steinflecker, something like that. It's a whole bunch of words that I just couldn't understand, but still, the thing is that the book is no longer in my possession. So, and it wasn't originally mine to begin with. So, it is possible for like others like yourself to be around, but of course, none of them are like you because I added a little bit of my flair. So,
Tatia.
If the rest of you would like to make a 2d10 roll to see if you recognize any of the descriptions of this book, if your backstory aligns, if you have a skill that relates, add a d10 for each.
Thanks.
You are beating a 6. These dice. Sort of fucking god.
Got a 10.
10?
I rolled an 11.
11? Oslo?
I'm not
No?
rolling.
Oh, you're not rolling?
I don't think you would know.
That's fair. So, Alexi and Clementine, you are both familiar with the book, Steins Franken. Familiar with the story of somebody being brought to life, somebody being a cobbled together cadaver. Some interesting instructions in there. Interesting ramblings. It's a little story-fied. Kind of feels like some of it might not be like legitimate, just dramatized a little bit.
I think my grandma used to tell me that it's a bedtime story.
If you both would like to make the same 3d10 challenge roll that I had Tati make, you are welcome to. You are beating I'll say you both do get that extra D10, for 2 at least. Woo! Luck. I don't think it's possible. But 26.
Definitely not.
Yeah. I don't know why my dice are rolling really, really, really well on me trying to give you guys monster information. I think it's telling.
The story says no. The dice gods say, make them work for it.
Yeah, the dice gods are like, fuck you. Fuck your monster hunting.
If I say that like my grandma kind of like brought me up to like knowing all of these stories, and I kind of went out to start being a monster hunter before this, could I get a D10? So 3D.
You already rolled 2d10, right?
I had, yeah.
I gave you a d10 for your backstory.
Oh, for that.
Yeah.
And then what do I have?
You have shooting,
Oh yeah, no, I got
tracking,
nothing.
crafting, and watching.
I got nothing.
Yeah, and then Alexi has, Alexi has investigate. So actually, I will give you another d10.
All right. I think Alexi, being the open, curious little creeper that he is, would definitely have maybe kind of been exploring about origins and everything, would be familiar with this stuff. And I think what I'm going to be specifically investigating is like, where would someone like the practical application of this, right? Like where would you go? Like how would you practically do this? Where would you get the bodies of like all of that stuff in relation? So is this 3d10 or
Yes.
2d10?
3d10. This is 3d10. Still a 26. You have to beat.
Ooh. 25.
Oh no.
No.
It's
No.
almost
It's okay.
there. It's almost there. It's on the tip of your tongue. You're like, I feel it. I taste it.
Claudia,
just not-
all of the taste of the sex in this room, and it's interfering with my investigation.
Yes. There's a lot of people in this room who are talking about Steinsfranken who cannot quite put their finger on the monster information.
Well, it sounds like somebody is bringing. We have a monster, and the monster, or somebody working with the monster, is bringing back little minions from the dead. Sounds like a job for the Monster Hunters. Do you like that title? I was just kind of trying it out, like maybe
think
not.
It literally is a job for us. Like, we were literally hired to do this.
Well, yeah, I know, but like I just thought we, wanted like a cool, like badass title, But that's okay. I'll keep workshopping it, We'll keep brainstorming.
Well, I left it that way, so it's okay.
Thank you, Tatia.
Of course, that way.
Do we think the apprentice is ever coming back, or should we move our investigation somewhere else?
Do I know him well enough to know if he's coming back or not?
He's coming back for sure. He's probably just washing the rag and like trying to make sure that like he has everything he needs, but he's also a very distractible fellow. I was just letting you guys kind of like puzzle piece out some stuff real quick.
I don't understand these distractible types. Who are these people that get so easily distracted and off topic and start rambling? and looking at things that are seemingly unrelated. You know, I'm just like, stay on task.
A
You know,
rat
them-
scrambles by Alexi's feet.
Another friend. Oh, oh, it has been so many places in the last day and a half. Oh, yes, hello, my little mouth cheek. Yes, come here. Strasvodia, yes, Strasvodia. I know. What have you done? No, that's what I said. No, that's what I said. Really? Stop! I know. It's very exciting. I know his eye is scary. But it's okay. I think yes, I know. But I'm telling you, coconut, right? He is a coconut. We just got to like get him like to open up a little bit and that shell is going to melt. You think so? You don't think he'll think that's weird? Okay. I will give it a try just for you, my little mouth cheek. Yes. All right, you go home. No, I know. Enjoy Nim.
Leaps off of your hands.
All right.
Gregor does come back in, walks down the stairs. Clean rags. He's got 2 of them. Got one in his pocket, hanging out, and one in his hand. He is polishing while he's walking. Is there anything else you guys needed? From me?
Boy, do you know? You said the minions come at night. What do they take?
What did they...
Or what do they do when they're here? Do they
Oh.
take things? Do they break things?
It's mostly breaking things. But they've taken a couple of people. Sometimes when they come back, you see their people that they've taken, you see pieces of them. You know, just kind of like worked into the new minions.
Well, that's frightening.
It's a little disturbing. Yeah.
So, the people that they take, or do they have anything in common, or just happen to be around?
I think it's just that they're out. There is, you know, it seems like they focus on the tavern a lot. You know, tavern. There's a very pretty girl there. I've met her before, once or twice. Her name is Anya. If you want to speak to her.
You had me at making more friends. Let's go talk to Anya.
Yeah.
Those sound like the next best lead. Perhaps we go.
Thanks, Gregor. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I am doing my best, but I will not. I can't make too many promises because I'm a troublemaker.
Yes, you are. And then I'll like put my hand on his head and like mess up his hair.
Oh, fine. Actually, I made something for you the other day at the Smith. I'm gonna roll real quick for Gregor because I want to see how good this thing is because he's just an apprentice.
Okay.
So the difficulty is gonna be 2d10. I rolled a 19 as the difficulty. But he does have the backstory and he does have the tools, like really good tools to do it. So we're gonna say 2d10 plus 4 for this boy. What did I say the challenge was?
19.
19?
19.
He rolled a 15. Okay. So,
Yeah.
what you get is... Oh, alarm. What you get in your hand is something that looks like it was supposed to be an arrow. And it's got like these little like Tesla coil things on it. It looks a little unbalanced, maybe. But it looks kind of like the intention was to have it be charged with some electricity and fired, so it would provide more damage. I did my best. I don't know if it'll work or not, but
What?
I was trying something out.
Yeah, this is interesting. You're getting better at this, Gregor.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I really am trying. It's a little hard whenever all I get told to do is polish horseshoes.
That's
That I
because
know
we
will
have to
just
stay out of trouble.
I'm doomed. Here you go.
Thank you. I'll take it.
Please mark down a electrified arrow with a little asterisk.
As we're, I guess, are we leaving?
It's up to you guys.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just kind of like sidle up to Gregor and when you talk, I can see the scared, insecure, hurt child. And I just wanted you to know, all of the sex and all of the longing. You are never going to be filled up with the external validation seeking. The validation is only going to come internally, and you are enough. You are enough without no one can give you and tell you you're enough. You have to tell you're enough. That is all. Thank you for all your help. And I'll just scurry out with the with the rest.
Okay, I'm gonna say we're gonna roll here. We're gonna roll. It's gonna be an easy challenge. 1d10. But your charm allows you an extra d10. And I think your background with just having insight
Psychology.
into people and talking to them allows you a third d10. So
Okay.
you are trying to beat a 3. If you cannot beat a 3 with 3d10,
I will.
It is
see myself
technically
out.
possible.
I will close out and leave, and he dropped dead right there.
you are cursed.
22.
22. Gregor is holding the horseshoe and he stops polishing for a second and listens. Thank you. Maybe I've been trying the wrong kind of validation coming inside.
Of course, it happens to the best of us. And honestly, it is just something that we all need to be told these things every once in a while.
Well, I'll work on that. I'll work. Thank you.
Of course, you're enough.
You're amazing. Good luck. Good luck. До свидания.
До свидания. What a charming human.
Miller sits down to continue polishing his horseshoes. At this moment, right now, I'm going to ask, how much time does everybody have? Are we good to continue for... How long do we have?
Like another hour.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're good. We're good then. We're good. Okay. Returning. Boop. So, you are walking down the street. Is there anything you guys would like to talk about as you make your way kind of across towards where the tavern is?
Can I make an investigation roll to look around to see if there's anything like interesting or like that stands out amongst the damage that has been done.
For sure. It'll be probably, I think it'll be a 2d10. So I'm gonna roll that for you.
Cool.
That's a 5.
Cool. So
you can roll
2,
I
right?
think
So I have investigate as a skill.
you do have investigate as a skill, and then your background has a dead eye.
Looking at things, yeah. You're a marksman. You can get it looking at stuff.
Right, good looking at stuff. Right, exactly. So 3 total d10.
Yeah, that's 11.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, absolutely. So you notice a lot of the repairs that have been made as the stuff has been kind of destroyed. There's a lot of like half done, half built repairs to buildings, to tables, to workshops. Again, a lot of these businesses have their windows boarded and they have their like open sign on the door, but for the most part everybody's kind of trying to keep to the insides of their houses. There's not a whole lot of people walking around. Walking down the street, let me glance at this real quick. You kind of like, you're noticing that on various signs and like usually hanging from windows and stuff at this point would be like talismans of some kind to try and ward off evil. There's a bunch of these talismans, there's a bunch of these all kind of like rope-based projects, but where there would be crystals in them, the crystals are gone. Something either took them or they didn't have the crystals to put in them, which is a little wonky. I'm not entirely sure why that would be.
File that one away for now. Remember to ask them.
All right. Does anybody else want to do anything while you're walking to the tavern?
I think something is tickling in the back of my brain. Can I just do an investigator roll to make sure we're not being like watched or followed or nefariousness?
For sure. I think that you, as a weird alien conspiracy theorist, and you have investigating and watching both as skills, you definitely get to roll 3d10 here. And I am going to make this once again a 2d10 check for me. That is 15. So you have to roll higher than a 15.
Oh, 16.
Oh shit, bro. You're looking around and there's a lot of birds that are watching you, which is always suspicious. Like you're kind of convinced that the birds are also aliens. Like it's their signs of aliens, of course.
100%.
So definitely getting the feeling of being watched. It's not really until you get to the tavern, like towards the tavern, that you kind of like catch a glimpse of a shadow in the window of one of these abandoned and kind of destroyed houses, buildings, because most of them are like a house attached to a business. That you see like kind of like a shadow duck out of the way of one of the windows across the street, and you feel a little
Clementine. We are not alone. We are being observed.
Where?
That is all. I probably there was probably a better way to say that, but like I'm still kind of like trying to come up with like the super dramatic like like code words and stuff. I'm trying. This is all kind of new for me, But no, there is definitely some sketchy shit going on in that abandoned house. Like somebody was watching us and then ducked out.
Thank you, Alexi. I'm going to take out my bow and pull an arrow and look back at Oslo and like nod towards the house.
Should we check it out?
Do you want to go? I think one of us should go around the back, or two of us. Two in the front.
I love how Clementine is just like, Oslo, I think you should come in with me, and one of us should go around the back, just like, clearly those two.
I told you there was a natural leader in there somewhere.
I don't know what they can do, but
Perhaps.
but I know you have
and
a gun.
Perhaps you and I go around the back, and they go check it out from the front. See what happens. Catch somebody off guard.
We'll go for a ruse. I will knock and pretend to be selling buttons.
Wonderful. Grand idea.
I am already walking to the front door.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh,
Hell yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So what I'm gonna need is Oslo and Clementine. Are you sneaking? You being sneaky? Sneaking around the back?
Clementine will try to be.
Sure. I'll follow Clementine's lead.
Sure. Okay. All right. I will make this. This will also be a challenging task, so I'm gonna roll 2d10. I think your background as Monster Hunters does grant you a d10. But that's about it.
Would a relevant skill be tracking?
Sure. I think
Okay.
tracking, because you kind of have to be quiet when you're getting close to a monster when you're tracking it. So yeah. For sure.
Okay, so it's 3.
Yeah. You're beating a 12.
20.
4.
Wait. Yeah, 20. Okay.
So Clementine just kind of silent. So good. Like, Oslo, you almost lose track of Clementine. If you weren't walking with Clementine, you would have completely fucking lost her. Oslo, however.
Oslo doesn't sneak often.
Yeah, Oslo's not doing some good sneaking. He's just kind of trudging along through the alley behind Clementine. Kind of like knocks into a barrel, knocks into a crate. Don't.
Just kind of looks back and like.
What? I don't sneak very often. Not a hunter.
Say I'm not a hunter.
He's not a hunter.
Yeah.
Clementine just shake my head.
Clementine's just like, I'm surrounded by idiots.
Oh, just wait.
Okay, so you guys get to the back door. Not sure whether you were not alerting somebody to your
They will
presence or
only
not.
think there's one of us here.
Yeah, there's totally only
Worst
one of you
case
there.
scenario. There might only be one.
Alexi and Tatiana, as you approach the front door, what are you doing?
I'm stomping and I'm talking very loudly, and the ground underneath me is creaking.
What are you saying?
I go up. I'm like, darling, hurry up. Come on, we must hurry. I want to see what this is inside. I wonder if there's spiders. Oh, please tell me there's spiders. Oh my god. Oh my god. What if there's rats? I could put more rats in my hair. Oh my goodness. But what if there's more like you? Then I could totally just like, I could dress them up. I have clothes. I could. I wonder if they will fit all of them. If not, that's okay. I will make more clothes. It is okay.
Well, you don't have to make more of me, Tatia. I have friends now. Like I've met more people. Like I can't get a read on that Oslo fellow, but I'm pretty sure we're BFFs.
Oh,
Like I definitely am picking up on there's something in my mouth. I cannot like put my tip on it, but it's like it's definitely there. And then like Clementine. That's like salt and vinegar, but like in a fun way. Like it's like
darling.
Salt. I love it. I love it.
I am so happy for you, darling. This is all that I've ever wanted for you. Oh, this makes my heart, if I do have a heart, it's so beating so much. Oh my goodness. I might have to check if I do have a heart. But still.
Oh, well, I think you have a heart.
Oh, darling.
Your heart
Forgive me.
is in me. That is how it works.
That is the reason why I don't feel it anymore. That makes so much sense.
You forget? You took your heart and you put it in me. It was very romantic. I thought. I don't know.
Oh my goodness, what could as long as I did not misplace it again, it is good.
Concept that Tatiana just like has like a door where her heart is like I just misplace my heart all the time. It's
Happens to more. Tatia, it happens to more people than you would think. Like even in life, I would like so many of us were constantly misplacing our hearts in places that our hearts should not be.
Darling, yes. Especially with that Baba Yaga. We should not speak her name again.
No, I don't want you to get
Anyways.
hurt, Tatia.
Oh, thank you. That's right. That's so silly of me. I should not. Forgive me.
It's all right. Well, here we go.
this is
Hello,
gonna be
buttons for sale.
this is gonna be
I have black buttons, white buttons, orange buttons, green buttons,
Turquoise.
buttons made of tin, buttons made of steel, buttons made of leather, buttons made of
Let me
wood.
dress you.
I'm gonna roll.
Dress you?
Roll
Hello?
2d10.
Can I dress you?
You're trying to beat a 9. This is gonna be a 2d10 difficulty.
Who's rolling? I have charm.
Both of
I
you.
have charm. Can I? No,
Both
he
of you
has
please
charm.
roll. Both of you please roll. He
I have
does have
deceive.
charm. You do have deceive, so that's an extra d10.
Okay.
Do you often walk around like trying to tell people that you sell buttons and shit? Like, is that a thing that you do? That
I mean, I am a mistrusted town witch. I could definitely do that, but some of these buttons might contain poison. Or,
She sewed me
you know,
up and
I-
stitched me good. You know what I'm saying? So she definitely has sewing skills.
is your
Yes,
is your
yes, yes.
button, Alexi? Is your belly button a button?
No,
It
my
100%
buttons.
is.
The little butt flap for a pajamas. I have that.
I love that.
There is
Oh my
buttons.
God. Okay. You guys can both roll 3d10.
Amazing.
You're beating a
Okay.
14.
No, that was cocked. That was also cocked. Okay, damn it, that seemed to fucking. Yay. 23.
What? 23?
23. Yeah.
Fucking nice. Alexi?
Well, thank God, because I got the hot 5.
Oh, shit. Like, God, you are so good at this, Tati. So good. So good. And then it's the listing of the types of button, I think, that's just
It's
like, it just, you know, a little too far. Like the bit, it just got away from you a little bit.
Talked about me
It's-
talking too much.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Tati is just carrying this deception. Nobody answers the door. But I will say that that does make Oslo's failure to sneak a little less bad. Like you almost don't even hear the knocking of barrels and crates and crunching of glass in the alleyway. Because Tati and Alexi are just excessively loud. Yeah, so nobody really comes to the door. Clementine and Oslo sneaking in the back.
I tell you, nobody, like, neighbors just don't trust each other anymore, you know? Like, I remember when I was a kid in my previous life, when I was actually alive, like, you used to be able to go over to your neighbor, knock on the door, and get, you know, like, a pound of peaches, and now you just, like, can't, like, nobody trusts anybody anymore. Like, I'm knocking, I'm offering a perfectly good deception about buttons, and it's just like what happened? It's kids these days, you know?
Absolutely. You know what? Let's try a different tactic. And I'm gonna open the door and walk in.
I love it. I love it. Beautiful. The door just about falls off of its hinges because this place is so dilapidated and like destroyed. Clearly it was at one point targeted and the people who used to live inside of it are gone. There's this large grrr as the door falls. Oslo and Clementine in the back, you hear this? What are you guys doing?
Are we going inside, I guess? Seems like
Yeah, we don't see anybody like trying to get out windows or back door.
What are your Danny shoot track craft watch? Okay, Danny, in this 1d10 check, because you were like you would totally see somebody if they were trying to escape. You can roll 2d10. You have to beat an 8.
Got an 8.
Oh no!
can I also
You
roll?
just yeah, sure.
I got it.
You got a what?
An 11.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Looking around, it doesn't like you can see the shuffling of mud and gunk and poop because that's what's on the street. You know it. We all know it. It's gross. It's gunky. The 18th century is a nasty place to be.
Hundo B.
Yeah. You can see the shuffling where somebody clearly went in. They shuffled, kind of like a shuffling little rambling step into the house. And there's no, like the door is only kind of halfway on in the back, so you can kind of see the mud trailing inside. But you don't see anybody trying to escape. Or any signs that somebody has, in fact, leapt out of the building. But you do see maybe like a shadow in the windows, like somebody's running around and they're trying to hide.
Okay. Suppose we go inside?
Yep. I guess we're
Alright.
gonna bust in.
Are you busting in? Are you busting?
Oslo's not.
I was like,
Oslo would just walk
Clementine.
in.
Clementine will
But-
kick the door down.
Okay.
I love it. This door also, almost like maybe 10 seconds after the front door went, the back door goes, as both of the doors to this place are now completely just decimated.
We are
You.
super subtle.
You
I
walk
love
in.
Are we
it.
sneaking? Are we doors in?
The thing about it, I know, right? That's hilarious. The thing about it is, both of the doors open, and on the first floor of this place, there's a couple of rooms that go off to the side, and there's clearly a staircase that goes up, looking from the front door. But in a straight, the doors are positioned in a straight line down a hallway, front and back. So you both kick down the doors and are face to face down this really dark hallway with each other.
Oh,
Did you see anything?
I saw someone running.
Still inside the house.
Is there like any offshoots of room in our end of the hallway?
There's like what looks like it might have been a kind of like a dining area, kitchen area, on your end of the house. Up on the front end of the house, it looks like to the left there's kind of like a shop area that used to be some kind of store, and has been destroyed and ransacked. And clearly, like, after this place was demolished, even if the monsters didn't take the things that were left in the store, like, the people in the town totally came in and took whatever was left in this place. And yeah, like there's kind of like a little parlor area in the front as well, off to the right, and then that staircase that goes up. From Clementine, your side, there's kind of a basement door, like a cellar door, that would lead down on that staircase.
Okay.
Of course.
But
Of
the
course.
shadows were on the second floor, so do with that what you want.
Can I try to deceive the person out?
What are you doing to try and deceive the person out?
I'm just going to like kind of get up, and my cat's on my shoulder, so I immediately grab him, pull him down, like rub him self-consciously. Just say, "Darlings, I know you're in here. I promise I won't hurt you right now. But if you come out, I can totally give you some cookies or some fresh fingers that I may have stolen from a few corpses or from totally real people that are alive. You can pick. And the cookies have chocolate, I think. Maybe. But still, come out, please. Hello?
Roll. Here's the thing. This would be just a regular challenging roll, but it's going to be a hard roll because you both just kicked down the doors and are now offering cookies, trying to get the person to come out. So Tatiana, roll 2d10 for your deception skill and the roll, of course. And you can add +2 for your cat.
Yes.
I'm
We
going to
just
thank
got
you.
really excited about selling the buttons and the cookies and the fingers.
You are
Right? We tried the soft sell, now we tried the hard sell.
you're trying to beat a 27.
Oh, I can't do
The highest you could get is a 22. Yeah.
Uh,
dang it.
can I use that as a distraction to like walk, like instead of trying to sneak slowly, like walk faster to check like the room, like poke my head in, check the room, and if there's nothing in there, open the basement door.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll 2d10. You will win this because you're beating a 1.
Okay.
What did
No.
I got double.
the extra d10, man. The extra d10 sometimes. Don't let anybody tell you that an extra 1 point doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Always roll that extra d4 if you have it. Like, roll the extra dice. 1 point. One makes a difference. Just a PSA. So you are walking around. You can clearly see signs that people have been in and out of here. The mud, you hope it's mud that's smeared around, kind of shuffling footsteps. There's nothing really in the kitchen area. There's like, I take that back. There's nothing really in the kitchen area except for a pot that is in the fireplace, which is not lit at the moment. But the pot has some brains in it that are clearly rotting.
Okay.
Clearly, like, and then you kind of like look down into the basement and there's signs that people have been down there, but you don't notice anything pertinent.
Okay, then I'm gonna go up that way, and I'm going to whisper to Tatiana. It's like there's brains in there. Know what that? Do you know anything about that?
Do what?
Do you know anything about brains?
I mean,
do
like
you-
what you would use it for, like
What you would use a brain for?
yeah, like if there's like something.
Well,
She's the
I
witch.
think I'll make
She should know, I guess.
Tatiana, you have so you do have crafting. I will give you do have crafting as one of your skills and your background as a witch. So you can roll 3d10 for this, and I am only going to roll 1.
Okay.
I rolled a 3.
Okay. Hold on.
It is possible to fail. If your dice hate you like Danny's do.
Okay. Okay. How much did you roll?
3.
Okay. I rolled a 5. So.
Hey! So, you know that creatures who have come back from the dead, sometimes, because they're missing a lot of function in their brain, they kind of have a tendency of craving brains. Sometimes. Just sometimes.
Mhm.
Not all the time, but sometimes. So they will sometimes save the brains to eat it. You also know that in witchcraft, if you are bringing a cadaver back to life, it's nice to have a couple of extra brains, in case the one that's in the head that you're trying to fix is not viable.
Brains. Well, where's the recipe for really good brain soup? I could give you that if you wanted.
No, thanks.
There's also brains on biscuits. But very, very good. Oh, you're talking about the right. Well, you see, there are some beings that when they come back, it did say this on the Stein Franken book. I think that's what it's called, if I remember correctly. I always get Franken and Franking and fracking, and there's so much freaking. Anyways, there is a lot of information saying that some of these creatures need a brain or maybe several for munching, you know. But for me, when I helped dear Lexi over here, I used 4 different brains into one, which might be the reason why they can smell and see and hear differently.
Interesting.
I am 4 different brains,
Yes, you do, darling.
and one witch's heart.
Yes.
Wow. But do we think they're eating these brains?
Well, they were rotting, so
Can I check if they were for eating?
How are you checking to see if they were for eating?
I'm going to pick it up, kind of mush it around, making sure that it is good and ripe. And I'm going to check for bite marks.
Okay. Roll. 2d10. I will roll 1. You're trying to beat a 9.
10.
10?
Mm-hmm.
Not only are there like you reach into the pot, scoop up some brain goop, squishing it around in your fingers. There's not really like bite marks that you can tell, but when you like squish it in your fingers and you like smell it, there's definitely like some cumin in there, maybe some tarragon. There's definitely some parsley you can see. Like these are for sure for eating. Seasoned quite blandly, but could use some salt.
I'm going to like pick salt from my little the pocket, and I'm going to like dip some in there, and then I'm going to taste it. Like, it is 3 days old. Gross. I'm going to put it back.
It smells like people screaming.
Yes, I get it from a manufacturer, so I did not make the people die.
You get it. I get my brains from a manufacturer.
if you don't have your own store bought, it's fine.
It's ethically sourced.
Ethically sourced.
Vegan
Yes.
brains.
Yeah, I need like a button or something, like Tails merch. Let's get on this.
Ethically sourced brains.
Yes.
I get my brains from a manufacturer.
I get my brains. I get my brains from a manufacturer, like in big letters, but then the smaller letters. But
Ethically sourced.
ethically sourced, vegan, stored on is fine. Yes, Clementine, did that answer your question?
Yeah. Yeah.
You hear some thunking around upstairs.
Okay. Yeah, I'm assuming what's here, so I'm gonna keep my bow out and like pull it taut, but not up yet, and then like head up the stairs.
Okay. What's everybody else doing? Oslo?
I will follow up the stairs.
Dope.
I will go
Tatia, your
down.
heart is beating so fast.
Downstairs.
But I am going to go with my friends up the stairs.
Go ahead. I will be going downstairs.
Okay. Tatiana just breaks from the party and goes downstairs.
Yeah.
Everybody else goes upstairs. I love it. It's amazing. Okay. So as you kind of come out of the stairway, there's kind of like a hallway. It's very short. Goes to the back. There's a window, probably the one that you guys had seen. A shadow moving around. A couple of doors probably lead to bedrooms. One that probably leads to like a bathing room. And most of them are closed, but they're also very beaten down doors. You hear that thunking, but you're not entirely sure which room it's coming from.
Can I see if there's mud on the ground?
Sure. Roll your tracking, and you're a monster hunter, so roll 3d10. I'm going to roll 1 because mud on the ground is a pretty easy thing to see. Also, would you also like to be looking?
Yeah, I'll investigate.
Okay. You will also
Okay.
get 3d10. You're beating a 3, guys. You're beating a 3.
8.
Nice.
12.
I'm gonna
Very
put that one in dice jail for.
There is mud on the ground. There's a lot of mud on the ground. Like, very clearly, a couple of shuffling, shambling type folks have been in and out of here. And there's kind of what is a lamp, the old style of lamp where you actually have to like light the inside, that is knocked over at the end of the hallway, but the glass on it is still kind of like teetering on the ground. It's been very clearly knocked over recently in the direction of the rightmost door at the back of the hall.
Okay. I'm gonna quietly go up to it and aim my bow straight and then like creak it open.
Okay. Are you okay? So you're being sneaky.
Yeah.
Roll me. Are you being sneaky, Oslo? I know you said you're not a
Oslo will
sneaky
wait till
person.
the end of the hall.
Yeah. Okay.
We
okay.
stand by the end of the hall. One
Okay.
go.
Okay. Clementine, roll your 2d10, I'll say. I will. This is gonna be a hard challenge, just because like they know that you're in the house. So that is 25.
14.
I keep rolling really good for these monsters, but not really good on everything else. Guys.
As it should be.
Bodes well for fighting the beast.
Really
Yep.
bodes well. Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah.
what did you roll, by the way? Just so I can kind of like scale it in my head.
14.
14? Okay. Well, I mean, it's not like the worst you could have rolled. Kind of trying to sneak, but you get to the door and you go to like creak it open, and it makes the loudest whining noise as you creak it open, and there is standing in the room, kind of like halfway trying to hide behind a wardrobe door. What looks like pieced together being of some kind. There are 3 arms that are kind of just stitched to his body. Got 2 legs, of course. His face and his hair, like clearly half of his hair came from what would be a shorter kind of buzz cut fellow. The other half came from a long-haired brunette. His eyes, one of them is just swollen and looks kind of like a cat's eye. The other, normal, grayish kind of look. All 3 of his arms come up in defense, and he goes
Yeah.
in an attempt to be frightening. I'm gonna say we're gonna roll to not be frightened here, to see if you can get a shot off before anything happens. So, since you are a monster hunter, that'll be 2d10 for you. And then add 2 for your bow and arrow. And I will roll a 2d10. That is 11.
18.
Not very scary. I mean, you've seen some pretty weird monstrosities before. So you do get a shot off. And I will say the arrow sticks into him. He kind of like just looks down at it. Doesn't seem too phased. Injured, but not too phased by it. While this is happening, Oslo, you're kind of distracted as the sounds from the other room are very weird. You kind of like start to walk forwards to investigate. And from a room that was actually slightly tucked back behind the stairs, another one of these monstrosities comes out. Alexei sees this as he's coming up the stairs. And fully grabs Oslo with what looks like 2 arms and a leg that is attached to a torso. And like a head that has a weird patched together smile. And just kind of bits of skull are showing because clearly they didn't have enough hair. And they are going to wrap you up and just tear out into your brain. I'm gonna need you to roll a d10 for me.
4.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Unless this is an endure check.
I'll say yes. Go ahead. Roll another die.
That's 7 total.
Yeah, I rolled. You were beating a 14.
Yeah.
So
okay.
right before your eyes, Alexei, your best friend has their skull torn open and launched into Oslo.
Turns out he was a coconut the whole time.
He was a coconut the whole time. Oslo, what do you look like as you are having your brain munched into and you are dying?
You know how, like, in a good horror movie, there's always that character that's, like, a badass? Like, looks like a badass, you think is gonna be the one that's, like, really good, and then they die, like, instantly?
Yeah.
That's this situation. Just, like, Oslo doesn't even get a gun out, like, doesn't even manage anything. Just goes down. Just not even a scream, not even anything else. Alexei just watches as he just, like, drops.
There's a soft slurp thunk as the beast, and like not the beast, but like as this bestial creature kind of like has engulfed Oslo's body with the 2 arms and the 1 leg that are attached to his torso. and is just chowing down on his brain. And on that note, we're going to take a little bio break because we're going a little longer than expected. And peeing is necessary. I don't know if you knew this. But yeah, we'll be right back. After these messages, I'll be right back.
Perdiendo entre las sombras, desvaneciendo, siempre otro despedir, a veces más lento, demasiado rápido para mí, siempre tan fuerte. Mi necesidad por ti, la primera mirada que yo vi fue la misma que me diste en aquel despedir, aquel abrazo vino a ser el último que te di. Tu mano en mi mano, todo me lo sabía decir. El dolor me ahoga, tan fuerte de ti, no quería soltarte, no podía dejarte ir, el miedo a perderte no me dejaba respirar, no podía aguantar que ya no estarías más. La primera mirada ser el último que te di, tu mano en mi mano. Todo me lo sabía decir. Fuiste perdiendo entre las sombras, desvaneciendo. Siempre otro despedir, a veces más lejos.